A lot of people look at successful people, people that have reached top of their industry, and try to put the pieces of the puzzle together on how they got there.
The Z Guarantee.
Let me tell you one major component on a commonality among highly successful people, and that is that they own their craft. What do I mean by that? They're not job hopping. If you think about a lot of people that are top of the game, top of their industry, they've been there and they've done that for a long time. I've been in the industry 16 years. This wasn't an overnight success. Very rarely do you find any of these cases to be overnight successes. The old cliche saying, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. It's a cliche saying for a reason. That's what it takes. You've got to put the time in, you've got to put the hours in, and you can't be bouncing. You can't be thinking that the grass is greener on the other side. I see it all the time. I see people leave real estate teams to go chase another team. Now, in some cases, it's a smart move. Don't get me wrong. But I see people leave professions. I see people starting over. And again, sometimes the right opportunity presents itself, and you should open that door and take advantage of that opportunity. But just know that every time you start over, every time you leave one profession and start over, the clock starts ticking all over again. It takes a while to master your craft. It takes a while to learn from all of the mistakes that you've made, right? Because anytime you've been doing something for 5, 10, 15 years, you've made a lot of mistakes during those years, and you've learned from those mistakes. But every time you start over, you're starting from the ground up. And in many cases, you're probably better off just continuing down that path. Because all the people I know that are top of the industry, in any industry, I've got friends that are in the insurance industry. They've been doing it 15, 20, 25 years. I've got friends that are in the mortgage industry. They've been doing it 15, 20, 25, 30 years. They've never given up. I know players that are in the insurance game. Again, they've built a book of business. In the insurance industry, usually they only make about 30% of the premium. That's the profit margin, if that. Sometimes it's less. Sometimes it might be 10, 20% of the premium. But you've got to build a book of business. And it's the residual income that comes year after year after year of adding clients to your database, adding policies, adding premiums. It's a long game. It's always about the long game. But I constantly watch people start over thinking that this is better, that's better. If I would have started over, there's no way I'd be where I'm at today. So you got to stick to it. You got to continue down the path. Break through those roadblocks that you're going to face, because it's going to happen. And stay in the game for the long haul, because you're going to come out ahead. Most people have been in the game a long time in any profession. Anytime they've reached a high level of success, it's because they've been doing it for a long time. You got to put your time in. There's no quick path to these high success stories that you hear out there. Now, there's exceptions to the rule, don't get me wrong. And if you're that exception, God bless you. But that's not something that you can duplicate and count on. In order to duplicate it, you've got to duplicate the hard work and the path that you took to get there. I hope that helps. My name is Mark Z. I'd love to hear your story. Put it down below. Let me know how long you've been doing what you do. Talk to you soon.